Happy Holy Hump Day on this April 5th, everyone. I'm Pastor Robert. Welcome to this midweek time where I can share some spiritual thoughts and reflections with you. We are in the middle of Holy Week, and this is a very important week for us to reflect on the wondrous cross. This past Sunday, Holy Week began with the observance of Palm Passion Sunday, when Jesus entered into Jerusalem riding on a donkey, and people were waving palm branches, celebrating him as the long-awaited King of Israel. Tomorrow, we will observe Maundy Thursday, when Jesus was in the upper room with his disciples and they had the Last Supper. Friday will be Good Friday, when Jesus dies on a cross. Saturday will be when they place Jesus in the tomb. So it's just so important for us to keep reflecting on the wondrous cross. And during this season of Lent, we have been using the hymn, When I Survey the Wondrous Cross by Isaac Watts. And during these Sundays, I've been sharing some information about this hymn, but I have not yet shared this story with you about this wonderful hymn, When I Survey the Wondrous Cross. And I'd like to share a story about it with you here to help us to continue to reflect on the meaning of the cross, the wondrous cross. And this story is based on William Temple, who was the Archbishop of Canterbury, and he was serving in that role during World War II. And this is a story that occurred some years before William Temple became the Archbishop of Canterbury, and it takes place in 1931. It was during that year when William Temple was leading a revival service for a congregation, and at the end of that revival service, he led them in the singing of the hymn, When I Survey the Wondrous Cross. And just before the last stanza, he stopped them and asked them to read the words to themselves. Now, he said, if you mean them with all your heart, sing them as loud as you can. If you don't mean them at all, keep silent. If you mean them even a little and want to mean them more, sing them very softly. The organ played, and 2,000 voices whispered these words. For many who participated, it was a never-forgotten experience. I love that story about the hymn, When I Survey the Wondrous Cross, because I think it's so important for us to reflect on the meaning of the words that we're singing in these hymns of faith. And I also appreciated the honesty of that congregation as they whispered that last verse of that hymn, because they did believe in those words, but they wanted to mean them even more in their hearts. And so that's why they whispered that last verse. I invite us to continue to observe this Holy Week by being part of our Maundy Thursday service, which will be tomorrow night at 7 p.m. here in our sanctuary. We will also offer a live stream of this service on our church's YouTube channel. And we're going to be sharing in the sacrament of Holy Communion as we remember Jesus' Last Supper with the disciples. And then I invite us to all be part of our Easter Sunday services at 9 o'clock and 10:30 here at the church. Also our live stream at 10:30. We're going to be concluding our season of Lent sermon series on When I Survey the Wondrous Cross by surveying the wondrous empty tomb. May God bless you during this Holy Week.